Committee meeting for October 10th, 2023 to order at 7 p.m. All members of council are in attendance, and all members of the administration, except Mr. Mensch, are in attendance. If there's anybody recording this meeting as a courtesy to the public, please identify yourself to the following members and know they're being recorded. Seeing none, the city of Eastlake is recording this meeting. Legislation proposed. First, we have 10-10-01, ordinance to reappropriate the expenses of the city of Eastlake, state of Ohio, for the period beginning January 1, 2023, and ending December 31st, 2023, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. We are requesting a $4,000 adjustment to the Eastlake Senior Center, and not because we have the bus trips. She does charge the seniors for the trips. It's just that she has had, the senior center has had great success this year in promoting these bus trips. So therefore, the income is going to match the expense. It's just that I must record them separately. I think just put them together and it'll be zero. As for recreation and parks, we have part-time workers that we were able to keep a little longer this year, so I'm asking for an additional $10,000, a little more than to cover our part-time workers for the summer plus whatever extra time that they work.
Any questions from Chanel? If none, move on to 10-10-02, the resolution authorizing directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a contract with United Survey, Inc., the lowest and best and most responsible bidder for the Galena and Harbor area sanitary sewer rehabilitation project with a total of $2,109,177 and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have high infiltration in sanitary sewers down in the neighborhoods along the lakefront. We applied last year for a grant from the ODOT and received $1,938,000 in grant, and this is the job to line the sewer down there.
Any questions? Okay, no. Move on to 10-10-03, a resolution authorizing payment to Lake Health on behalf of the city of Eastlake for physical examinations for the fire department firefighters in the amount of $15,272 and declaring an emergency.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. So honestly and truly, we always budget for department physicals. So this year, we had some, with UH taking over officially, we had some gaps in actually getting the physicals actually scheduled initially. There was some miscommunication with that, so I only budgeted about $4,000 for the physicals. So I was about $11,000. So as I was looking at this, and messing with colleagues, some of the tests went up, tripled the cost. We did add 2 tests this year. For the suicide, we ended up adding cortisol and the testosterone test. We remember those were basically, recommended to give us some baselines for some of the guys there. All the other stuff that's part of the physical is really what the hospital offered to us. So there was again, I take full responsibility, but somehow I missed the fact that tests are going to be, being increased significantly. So next year, I will budget for that $15,000 or $16,000 so that we meet that. But that's just, it really truly is the annual physicals we normally do, and it's just we had an unexpected cost raise. Yeah, that's on me for sure. I take responsibility for it, but I just was not aware of that. So I spoke with some colleagues. There were several of us in that same position. Again, I'm not pointing at anybody. That's something I need to be helpful of. So that 15 represents the 4,000 I budgeted for, so it's 11,000 on top of what I really need. And I have the money in my budget to pay for that. I'm not looking to add money to the account. I know that Carolyn has to move that money a little bit. So I'm not asking for more money. I'm just asking for access to the money I have there to be able to get it. No questions on that. That's your question. And I'll just say this: the physical that we get, the UH provides to us, that falls under the NFPA standards. What they do for us meets the professional standards that are required for us to do physical. So there's not anything on the test that we're doing that we shouldn't be doing or we can eliminate. It's just truly, it was just an increase in cost. And I'm not sure why that is, other than what we were told is that that's healthcare in 2023. Some of the tests tripled the cost. I mean, our physical was, initially it was a $36 they could charge us for the physical, initially we got charged $90 for it. So, I mean, even the physical was tripled in cost. So, again, I apologize, and I will certainly know that my budget works out that next year, to make sure that we get it handled.
Any questions for the chief? Seeing none, they'll conclude the council of the whole committee meeting.
Okay.
At 7:06. I'll call the regular council meeting of October 10th, 2023, to order at 7:06. Will Mr. Finance please lead us in the pledge of allegiance?
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Katsouris.
Here.
Ms. Kraniak. Here. Ms. Schmidt. Here. Mr. Overstreet.
Here.
Mr. Semmons.
Here.
Mr. Fox.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of the regular council meeting for October 10th, 2023?
So,
Is there a second? Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Katsouris.
Yes.
Mr. Semmons.
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Fox.
Yes, motion carried, agenda is approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes for the regular council meeting of September 26th, 2023? Is there a second? Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Semmons.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Katsouris.
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Abstain.
Mr. Fox.
Yes. Motion carried, minutes are adopted. Are approved. Next scheduled council of the whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, October 24th, 2023 at 7 p.m. The regular council meeting immediately following adjournment of council of the whole meeting. No motions, I got no communications, I got no committee meetings, recognition of the public. Floor now open, recognition of the public, remind speakers that all remarks will be directed to the chair, and will not involve personalities, are limited to 3 minutes per person, 30 minutes total. Small engine repair. Sorry, state your name and address, please.
It's Richard Miller, Paris Washington, and the address is 34659. I'm here for 2 things today. Not to say about anything about the city, that's doing an amazing job. 2 things. We have a quote unquote landscaping theory coming around these like businesses. I forwarded the mayor some screenshots of comments. Though their intentions might be good, as the old saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. This person is coming onto our properties and cleaning them up, landscaping, whatever. Some comments are good on social media, some are bad. Calling businesses cheap and lazy, and we're not going to do business with them, we're not going to recommend them. It happened to my counterpart 2 doors down. I spent 2.5 hours being passed around through Google to get to a property, to get reviews taken down online. It reflected that people are posting that Empire Small Engine was lazy and because they don't want to spend money to either do whatever. We cut our lawn at Empire 10 times a week, testing mowers. Yeah, we might get a little lax on certain weeks, but if you want to mow that the same day or within a week, you have to go with that. I did speak to my lawyer about legalities with it, so we had more signs at Empire for them trespassing after business hours. The fear is with an online culture, one person with access to our honestly will spread up cancer and ruin a business. I understand their intentions, but it's very less. And like I showed them there, the email, these comments, for a small business like us, or if they come on our property and get hurt, they can sue us, and we can can lose everything. And, I just don't want that. And to segue into that, I spoke to the mayor in length about, he was fielding complaints about people saying that Empire was trashy and cluttered. And I explained to the mayor that, the owner of the property, we hit some speed bumps into them, wanting to sell us the building in a timely manner. And they wouldn't cooperate with me on allowing me to put up a fence, but I wish he was here tonight. Mr. Mayor, he helped me facilitate a permit, coaxing the owners to, give me a permit to put a fence, and we rented a fence, this weekend. So when you drive past Empire now, all of our equipment will be, all of our property and, owner's property will be inside the paddock. The stuff you see along the bushes is stuff that people are coming to pick up, they pay for repairs. The biggest hurdle we're trying to overcome with Empire is people are dropping stuff off after hours. Sometimes they're even abandoned, and they put a note on it. If you drop something off after hours, don't put a note on it, it's just gonna blow away. Put a mailbox, the same thing. But they're leaving stuff there after hours. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Mike. 3 minutes. Sorry, 3 minutes. Sorry.
Okay. I'm trying to fix the problem. I agree with you.
Thank you. Next on the list to speak is Colleen. State your name and address, please.
My name is Colleen Featheron, and I live at 36155 Sandy Hill Drive in Eastlake. So my issue is, I've been trying to get a hold of my town plan since, August 28th, sending him emails. I tried to call him on his work line on September 8th, and when I called, it just went to dead air. So the next thing I did is I was going to get his home. For a return call. So a month and a week later, I get a phone call from him, from his wife's personal cell phone, and I didn't recognize the name. So I called him right back, never heard back from him. And then I was following, trying to figure out who else I could talk to, and I did call back then because the phone system changed, and I was able to leave a message, and I never got a message back. So then I called another council person to see if I could help that person, and I never got a call back. So last week, I've been in these places since 1984, never had an issue, never had a problem. This is my first time working with council, and I'm pretty sick to myself. So I ended up calling the mayor on Monday, and him and the service, came out of my house and helped me. But I've been sending, the issue I was having was with the lumberyard behind us. I have a tree that's getting ready, looks like it's getting ready to fall. We have a lot of people at the house to look at it. And I've been sleeping on the air mattress in my basement. And I'm pretty angry that nobody from council is calling back. So I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get a hold of somebody besides Esther the mayor, who's got enough on his plate that to me, somebody, my councilman should come out. And I have the phone call from this gentleman and his, if somebody wants to hear it happen. So how do I communicate with council?
Continue to reach out to us by phone or by email.
For how many, when would I supposed to get a call back? I waited a month and a half. That's getting ridiculous. And then he leaves his voicemail that, I've been on vacation. Well, then you should put that on your phone at work and say, I'm on vacation, please call such and such. We shouldn't have to go to the mayor to solve our problems. I should be able to go to my council. And this is really disgusting. So what is the callback time?
There is no time outlined.
So I can wait 6 months.
You can call, he can call any other at-larges.
Well, you at the time, we still had Myers listed up until October, so I didn't know who the head of council was, because I didn't know about issues
You're
with
welcome to call
Myers.
your councilman or any of the at-larges.
Well, I tried both.
And I'm not that area, but you're more than welcome to call. Move on to legislation for solar. Will the clerk please read legislation 10101?
An ordinance to reappropriate for the expenses of the city of Eastlake, state of Ohio, for the period beginning January first, 2023, and ending December 31st, 2023, and declaring an emergency.
There motion to suspend the rules on separate readings and reading in full.
So moved.
There a second? The clerk please call the roll.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes. There motion to adopt.
So moved.
There a second? The clerk please call the roll.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, motion carries. Legislation is adopted. Clerk please read legislation 10102.
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a contract with United Survey Inc., the lowest and best and most responsible bidder for the Galena and Harbor Area Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Project for a total of $2,109,177 and declaring an emergency.
There a motion to suspend the rule requires separate readings and reading in full.
So moved.
Is there a second? The clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, the motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
The clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semick? Mr. Spartan?
Yes, motion carries. Legislation is adopted. Clerk please read legislation 10-10-03.
A resolution authorizing payment to Lake Health on behalf of the city of Eastlake for physical examinations for the fire department firefighters in the amount of $15,273 and declaring an emergency.
The motion to suspend the rule requires separate readings and reading in full.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
The clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, the motion to adopt.
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? The clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, the motion carries. Legislation is adopted. Calling items are moved forward from from September 26th this year, so here we go. Please read 092601.
An ordinance authorizing the issuance of a conditional use permit for Lori C. doing business as Energy Girl LLC located at 1283 East 346th Street, Eastlake, Ohio, 44095, and declaring an emergency.
A motion to suspend the rule requires separate readings and reading in full. Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, the motion to adopt.
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
The clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, motion carried. Legislation is adopted. Clerk please read legislation 092602.
A resolution authorizing payment to A&B Tire in Painesville, Ohio for the tires delivered to the city of Eastlake on its request in the amount of $26,884 and declaring an emergency.
Your motion to suspend the rule requires separate readings and reading in full.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, the motion to adopt.
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, motion carried. Legislation adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation 092603.
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and fiscal officer to negotiate and execute an agreement with the village of Timberlake for road salt purchase for the 2023-2024 winter season and declaring an emergency.
Your motion to suspend the rule requires separate readings and readings in full.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk please call the roll.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Spartan?
Yes, motion carried. Legislation is adopted. Go on. Unfinished business, there's no new business. Move to administrative report, start with our mayor, Mr. Moreland.
No report, Mr. President.
Any questions for the mayor? Seeing none, we'll move to, our fire chief, Chief Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate the legislation. After 60 years, I do take a lot of pride in making sure that I am part of our business in the right way. So, I'd like to think that this is something that happens at least every once in a while. So I take responsibility about it. I appreciate the support. Some frustrating news. So our newest guy has decided that Francis Greener in another community. So he is officially leaving East Lake. He's given us a 2-week notice. So I've met with internal, our hiring group. We're changing and adjusting some of our processes. We're working with Kara from Civil Service to see, what levels, the changes we can make. We're going to be conducting an exit interview with them. Typically, our exit interview basically comes down to at least the last couple. They would come in and say, this is the reason I'm leaving. Most of the time, it's, very clear. We're going to be more in an intensive type of process this time with them. Lisa's let us to have some feedback and maybe take a look at what we're doing. I think globally, I'm not sure if Chief Wright feels the same, but we're not a lot of guys taking tests. They get themselves on 3 or 4 lists, and now they're picking and choosing where they want to go. And some of the things that you would think that would drive people to go to places will always come down to what's in the contract. The last 2 guys, the guy before him, and even this kid will tell you, well, my friends work there. So it's not that we can sit down and talk with the mayor. It's not like it's a compensation package or it's a benefit package. Sometimes it's just what a 21-year-old thinks is best for them. And that's not something I can control. But I guess I just want to make it clear to everybody here that we're aware that, that most of the time we want to make sure that what we're doing in the product that we're trying to get is wholesome. So we're making an adjustment. We'll look at it differently. We'll go about this one a little bit different. So again, I just thought I'd bring it to your attention, and probably it's frustrating to anybody that we live in this kind of world. That's what they're dealing with at this point. So keep it in the loop. I got a little question from anybody.
Question from the chief? Seeing none, we'll move on to the police chief, Chief Price.
We do have trunk or treat coming up. That is on the 22nd at Campbell Stadium from 6 to 8. So anyone welcome to come down. If you guys do any last social media or whatever, will be posted as well. It's been a success the last couple of years. Fire chief and I both lost 2 guys in the last couple months, and one was selling insurance. I mean, it used to be, Councilman Overstreet will tell you, you hire a guy and you say, okay, I'll see you in 25 years to see how long you're staying after that, rather than any concern from that. The contracts, the places they're going aren't considerable and really are negligible at best. The reasons are, again, the insurance guy said he didn't have a passion for it, so he's going to go sell insurance. So those 2 things to me don't really add up. And then one going to a neighboring city with a very similar benefit package that I would argue is not in the same trajectory as this city has been over the last couple of years. So it is what it is. We got to deal with it. We have one guy ready to go to the next step of the process by the end of the middle of next week. We hoping to have 4 more. Hopefully between now and my retirement, we're hoping to hire 6. It's a big number, especially now. We'll be looking at laterals as well, and then, for the people going to other cities, and we're doing laterals and hire from other cities, so can't really give a guy a loyalty speech and then hire a guy from another agency as his replacement. So it's just the way of the world. We're trying to make the department as good as we can, but at the end of the day, it's still a job, and that may be the hang up for some. I know the fire chief, even more than me, has stayed pretty consistent along his term, so, we'll keep things running. We've, done with a lot less people, you know, just, we'll see some new faces, we'll have some more ceremonies in here, eventually to level back up. That's all I got, open for questions.
Any questions for the chief? Hearing none. Move to our service director, Mr. Costello.
So I guess keeping it with the same theme, we have also lost a mechanic, who we are currently advertising for a mechanic, everybody knows anybody. In the meantime, we continue to, work on our catch basin repairs. We were able to, also do some more paving in the woodland area, including the parking areas of the football field. I do want to thank everyone for their kind words and thoughts and prayers for passing my father. I appreciate it, as does my entire family. And open for questions.
Any questions for Mr. Costello? Hearing none. To the city engineer, Mr. Porter.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council, Mr. Mayor. The Surfside maintenance and restroom facility now is up and under roof, needs to be finished off. Next year, the splash pad, piping and appurtenances will go in. Waverly 2 is heading for a finish of the pipe work, and we'll be moving to restoration activities, towards the end of this month. With that, all the questions.
Any questions for Ms. Porter? None. Move on to our funding director, Ms. Shadell.
Thank you. You should have received your audit report from the auditor's office. In the past, we would do an audit every other year in order to try to save money, but we will be required to have another audit for 2023. Only because of the amount of federal money that we've received, it will require another audit. So, that's the end of my report. I'm open for questions.
Any questions for Ms. Shadell? Hearing none. Move to our law director, Mr. Clement.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm happy to report that nobody has left the law department. I should do my management style.
Any questions, Mr. Clement? Adjourn this regular council meeting at 7:28.
We really want to put the numbers together.